No. Oh, I was just told the meeting's being recorded on my phone. So we appreciate everybody coming in. Hopefully you'll find some value here. And we think we have a really exciting speaker that I look forward to hearing from. I've spoken with her. I've actually bought some of her hot sauce, which is terrific. So we'll introduce her in a little bit, Charlynda Scales. I did want to say that everybody here, the goal is to make sure that we share our ideas with each other so that we can get business from each other and provide business to each other. So let's try to make sure we at least get 1 or 2 follow-up meetings to this so that you get some value and you can actually start help building your business. Alex, if you want to say a few words, I do want to say thanks to Villanova for, again, helping us sponsor and Comcast to allow us to have these meetings and to give us some of the funding that allows us to do this. Alex?
Good morning, folks. Alex Archowski, I'll come in later, but I just want to say I'm the founder of Greater Philadelphia Veterans Network, Veteran Business Referral Network, which is one of our programs. As Brigadier General DiNapoli alluded to, this program in itself is really to drive the economic game of our veterans in this region. So I challenge, and we challenge you to really drive your relationships as much as we're living in a COVID environment, to find the people here to drive your business, to connect them to things either directly or indirectly. We have a younger generation here that are new to all this, and then we have a seasoned generation that knows how to do this. So let's combine forces together, drive our economy in the Philadelphia region between veterans, some amazing success stories as well. So look forward to our speakers as well. John, back to you.
All right, so we are going to go through some 30-second pitches. The idea is to just give us who you are, what your military experience is, and then what you're doing, and tell us a little bit about what business would be helpful for you so that you can help drive your business, and then how you can help others. All that should take about 30 seconds. And we were supposed to have Matt on the line that was going to give us an example of that, but I think I just got a text from him that he's having a problem getting in. Is Matt on?
I don't see him.
And I don't know why he's having a problem getting in the Zoom meeting, but so I'll give you a quick example of what we're looking for. Ashley's going to time people, so don't feel that you're being picked on if you hear a beeper go off. It's to make sure that we stay on point, since we have about 30-some folks online. If we go over 30 seconds, then we're really going to extend this amount of time. So it should sound something like this. John DiNapoli, retired U.S. Army, 34 years in the military. I now run my own business, Spencer Ryan. I do leadership training and development. Anybody in industry that's looking to improve management in their company would be useful for me. I have a very broad network. More than happy to share that for anybody. If you look on my LinkedIn, let me know who I can connect you with. Did I make it?
Yeah, I got 5 seconds left. Very nice.
So that's kind of what it should sound like for everybody: who you are, what you do, where you've come from, and how we can help you and how you can help us. And we're just going to go down the list. Tina, if you want to look on the right side and just start calling names, we'll go down the whole list and everybody can run through their 30 seconds.
All right, we'll start with Bob Lyon. You're on mute, Bob.
Take a drink every time somebody's
Sorry about that. Retired Bob Lyon, promotional products company, retired Navy Mustang, 32 years of service. I do branded items, t-shirts, pens. I'm doing some masks for the GPVN right now, and referrals. Anybody who needs something, of course, a lot of people aren't giving it out, but anybody that needs something branded, give me a call. I'm on LinkedIn, and we're happy to share my people with you.
Okay.
I'm in under the gun there, Ashley.
Yeah, good job, Bob. I'm proud of you.
Okay, Maddie Johnson.
Good morning, everyone. This is Maddie Johnson, U.S. Army. I am actually in the process of launching a new business, which includes sales. So looking forward to getting that started. And I just refer whoever I know to everyone in GPVN.
Okay, Clinton Matthews.
Love it, Maddie.
Clint.
Sorry about that.
Ah,
Could be my first time. All right. So Clint Matthews, I work for JDog Services. We're veteran owned and operated. We have over 240 locations across the U.S. I manage and build relationships with regional and corporate accounts. Who am I looking for? It would be any property managers in the area, commercial builders, anybody in the enterprise area, shippers, people that need things picked up. And referrals I've given. Nick Franz flagged out clothing. I set him up with the Irrelevant Warriors last year for t-shirts here at JDog. Clint Matthews, JDog Services.
it's personal with Clint. Let's be real.
All right.
Good job,
Doug
Clint.
Amlin.
Good morning, everybody. Doug Amlin, USMC Corporal, 87 to 91. I have a company called Amlin Analytics. I do business intelligence for the outdoor industry. A referral is someone who recognizes that data really does matter and can be a game changer and competitive advantage. And as like everybody, I have an extensive LinkedIn network. If I actually know the people, I'll be more than happy to make a warm intro.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Doug.
Jeff O'Neill.
Yeah, good morning. Jeff O'Neill, retired Marine. I'm associate partner, New York Life. So what we do is financial planning and tax-free growth. So if you like to pay a lot in taxes, I'm probably not the right guy for you. I'm also building my team. So people in the DMV were interested in a career. I want to talk to them. And I have clients nationwide, and I was interested in helping fellow veterans with military retirement, military separation. Jeff O'Neill.
Okay, thanks, Jeff. Hank Gillen.
Morning, everybody. Hank Gillen, U.S. Army retired. I'm the Director of Veteran Services at St. Joseph's University up on City Avenue. We are battling through the COVID environment to provide cutting-edge 21st century education. In the Veterans Office, we teach the Entrepreneurship Bootcamp for Veterans, which is an opportunity for veterans to start or grow their business. If a good referral is somebody who would be interested in that program, and looking forward to hearing our speaker today, Hank Dillon.
Wow, Hank. Woo!
Thank you,
That's
Hank.
a buzzer.
Christina Katza.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Chris Katsapis, and I serve as the Manager of College Partnerships here at Villanova University's College of Professional Studies. We are the adult learning education arm of the university and offer bachelor degrees, certificate programs, professional education, and also corporate and group training. And the referrals would be someone interested in learning and driving their education. And I'm happy to share my network and any referrals that you may need. It's great to be a sponsor and partner with VBRN, and thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Christina. And then we have P.S. Hank Harkey. You just have your email, so it's P.S. Sharkey. P.S. Sharkey? Yeah.
P. Sharkey at SCI.
Oh, P. Sharkey.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. Thank you. Sorry, Pam Sharkey, it's early. HR partner at SEI, and I am no military experience, but a huge civilian supporter. At SEI, we're always looking to engage and employ with our military comrades. We just hired our second SkillBridge intern that will start with us in September, and are going to partner for the first time with hiring our Heroes Corporate Fellowship Program this month. So Pam Sharkey, HR partner.
Thank you, Pam. All right, we'll go with Jess, and I'll let you say your last name.
Hi, Hi, everyone. My name is Jess Wisniewski-Hagen. I am a Navy veteran. I am a project coordinator for veteran-owned Allied Construction Services. I also own my own small business called Rearrange Interiors. At Rearrange Interiors, I make living spaces more accommodating for someone who has had a major life change while incorporating design and organization. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Jess. Nefertari?
Good morning. So my name is Nefertari Strickland, Team Army, Mustang, 28 ID Signal Officer. I'm the founder and host of the Third Lieutenant podcast, which is the first of its kind podcast that focuses on the role of higher education and how that plays into the journey of the United States military service member. This fall, we're initiating a 2-year campaign to identify actions and opportunities to reduce that commonly accepted statistics of 22 veterans every day. So what can you do? You can listen, you can share, you can subscribe, and if you need anything, I can help you form and tell your story.
Okay, thank you, Nefertari. Chanel Santiago?
Good morning, Chanel Santiago, U.S. Army. I'm the outreach specialist at the Norristown Vet Center, which is a branch of the Department of Veterans Affairs. Refers I need, if you know of any combat veterans or survivors of military sexual trauma that is looking for therapy, please refer them to any vet center. There's 4 in our area. Referrals that I've given so far with Mike Gabriel, who I met at one of these VBRN meetings, and hopefully our veteran and he connected and it turned out to be a beautiful thing. Again, Chanel Santiago. And FYI to Nefertari, that was almost my name. Just saying.
Thank you, Chanel. All right, Joey?
Hello, everyone. Joey Mack from the Mobile Cigar Lounge, 6 years in the United States Marine Corps. We love creating beautiful experiences and turning them into unforgettable memories. We would love connections in wedding planners, event planners, birthdays, retirement places, client appreciations. And for us, we offer those unique experiences to our clients. Thank you again. My name is Joey MacDizon, Mobile Cigar Lounge.
Thank you. All right, Jerry Wade?
Good morning, Jerry Wade, United States Air Force, founder of On Point Strategic Planning. We do financial planning for individuals, business owners, and for individuals that have dependents with special needs. What I'm looking for are individuals that are, today it's a big ask, individuals who are looking for a career in financial services. We are hiring. It's a big leap to take to go into a commission-based thing, but that's what we're looking for right now. Jerry Wade, On Point Strategic Planning.
Thank you, Jerry. Jonathan Childs?
Jonathan Childs, Army officer. I'm a partner of McNamara Financial Group. I just followed another financial guy. I am your personal financial executive officer. You come up with the goals, I come up with the strategy and the tactics to get there. Referrals I need is anybody who's interested in looking at their finances in an objective way. Referrals I've given referrals to Caleb and to Darren Quarter and to many other people in the group here. So I also like to be your networking Chuck Woolery. So Jonathan Childs, McNamara Financial Group.
Thank you, Jonathan. Chris Corgnati?
Hey, good morning. Chris Corgnati with CJC Strategic Consulting. So, and I'm a 25-year Navy vet, mostly flying P3s and also a Villanova grad. Currently in DC, focused on government consulting and opportunities. So anybody who is looking to do business with the federal government is somebody I would be looking to talk to. And on a personal note, I'm looking for anyone who might be a realtor in the Bucks County area because I'm in the process of trying to relocate to the Philadelphia area. Again, it's Chris Corgnati at CJC Strategic Consulting.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Chris. Brian Dunn?
Hi, my name is Brian Dunn. I'm the Vice President of Business Development for a company called General Digital, U.S. Army. I am in the very early stages of raising capital to buy a privately held business. If anybody is in the investment world, I'd love to talk to you. Flip side, if you need a ruggedized flat panel display for any application you might happen to have, I can provide one for you, along with a wonderful referral into whatever particular manufacturing niche that I can help you find if that's what your business is. Again, Brian Dunn, looking to see some investment. Bye.
Thank you, Brian. Ricardo Roman?
Hey, buenos dias. I'm Rick, here from U.S. Air Force cryptolinguist, Spanish and Portuguese. Spent most of my years in Panama. And at 20 years, retired out of JSOC in North Carolina, then joined Caliper, a human capital consulting firm, for 18 years, which we sold in December. I decided to stay in the people business by consulting with a former client, retained search firm here to help companies that are looking for executive level folks. And with the franchise advisor, who I've also known for 17 years, to help executives and veterans that are looking to get into their own business in a franchise industry. I'm also a mentor at Veterari and ACP. So I'll post my LinkedIn if you guys want to chat.
Thank you, Ricardo.
I'll be a little faster next time.
Yeah, you better.
Billy McNair?
Billy McNair, U.S. Army from 99 to 06. I'm an insurance broker. I work for Brown & Brown. So any referrals I need or any organizations that want to review their employee benefits or any of their business insurance. Today is my first meeting, so I really haven't given any referrals. Possible for that. And my name is Billy McNair.
Thank you, Billy. Joe Witt?
Witty. Hey,
Witty.
Good morning, everybody. Some familiar faces here, but first time here. I'm the Executive Director for Sycamore Growth Advisors. I provide executive coaching and advisory services. I come along business leaders who have big problems they need to solve. They want to grow. I've been an entrepreneur for close to 20 years. I'm former U.S. Army Transportation Corps 1 tour in Iraq.
Thank you, Joe. Matthew? Oh, you're on mute, Matthew.
Guess it helps to be off mute, doesn't it? Sorry.
Okay.
You want to think after 6 months of doing these meetings, it'd be better. Matthew Verney, United States Marine Corps. I'm a commercial relationship manager at BB&T Bank, which is now Truist Bank. So I help any type of business owner, company, whether they're looking for some type of financing, helping with their bank account, treasury management services, or anything to do with business banking, I do. So if anyone has any business owners, that's a good referral for me. I can provide, access to the network of customers that I have, range in all different industries, hospitality industry, service industries, manufacturing. So I have a large network of business owners in those industries. Again, Matthew Verney, thank you very much.
Thank you, Matthew. Jimmy White?
Hi, guys. Jimmy White, naval nuclear electrician. I am the operation manager of the Comcast Technology Center. A good referral for me is any mechanical, electrical, plumbing, or facilities contractor looking specifically for veteran-owned business. In addition, I'm also a speaker, Travis Mayen Foundation mentor, and youth and veteran advocate. So anybody that's looking for a speaker for character, leadership, personal, professional development, and then also any type of service projects helping veterans or youth or anybody in the greater Philadelphia area.
Okay, thank you. Maddie John, wait, I just lost my spot.
Oh, my dear. Nice.
I can't see behind this. Okay, yeah, Maddie Johnson, sorry.
I already spoke. I spoke in the beginning. I don't know why I'm there twice.
Okay, okay, maybe it moved. Kyle White?
Hey everybody, Kyle White, former Marine Staff Sergeant. I am with Milestone Therapy Group. We help kids talk. A great referral for me is a pediatrician, a family medicine physician, or that office manager at the doctor's office, and female business owner. Referrals given: Ashley Owens, Mike Gabriel, Brad Mills, Gabe Schick, others. Kyle White, Milestone Therapy Group, pediatric therapy.
Okay, and Bob Lyon already went, correct? All right, let me go back and see if Walter Hartnett, is he here? Maybe he jumped off. Charlynda Scales?
She's the speaker, so.
Okay. Did we miss anyone? Okay. I guess that's everybody.
Awesome.
What's up for you, Tina?
Oh. Hi, my name's Tina Mikes. I'm the I'm a field supervisor for an agency called Soldier On. We're funded by the VA to prevent and end homelessness for veterans. So if you happen to have any veterans that are either homeless or about to lose their housing, you can call me and I will set you up with your local SSVF agency. My organization serves 9 counties in New Jersey, but I can always link you to the correct one wherever you're at because it is a nationwide program.
Thanks, Tina. And Ashley, you want your 30 seconds?
I mean, do I count?
Sure.
All right. Hi, everybody. My name is Ashley Owens. In addition to running GPV and Ops here for the VBRN program, I am a networking concierge. My job is to train individuals, sales teams, and business professionals how to network, virtually network effectively. I have 2 digital talk shows on RVN TV and This Is It TV, where I talk about and educate on networking tactical tips and practical takeaways. And I have my hands on a lot of different pies. So yeah, that's the best good introduction for me are directors of sales teams and introductions that I give about 30 introductions a week. I talk to 8 to 10 people a day. So I wish I could give more information, but I don't have those stats in front of me. So thank you very much.
All right, that takes us to why everybody's really here today and to listen to our speaker. So on the screen, you can see that Charlynda's pretty accomplished in a variety of different areas, but there are some interesting things that aren't on the screen that I'll just interject. So she met Alex, I guess at last year's Military Influence Conference, and as you can see, Charlynda's a speaker. She is still active in the military. I think she's at Wright-Patterson now. But most importantly, she's an entrepreneur and she's driving her business for Mutt Sauce. And I have to say that I ordered some of the ghost pepper sauce. If you guys want something really good to put on things with a little spice to it, I would recommend it highly. There's also some interesting things about Charlynda. She competed against our very own Erica Webster for I guess it was the Miss Veteran America, and I think that was a couple of years ago. She decided to use an old family recipe to create this company, and it appears to be thriving, and I have to highly recommend the product. I'm very interested to hear some of the background from Charlynda in a little more detail, and if I've forgotten anything, I'm sure she will fill you in on it. Charlynda, the stage is yours.
Well, thank you for that, sir. It was very humbling. I really enjoyed our chat too, so thank you. Well, good morning. I am Charlynda Scales. I would like to take an opportunity to say thank you to all of you. I guess it's Philly Vets. Is that what the moniker is? Philly Vets. Thank you, Alex. I'm really honored to be and share a little bit of my journey. I guess I'm going to take the stick here for the presentation.
So as a reminder to everybody to see Charlynda and her presentation, click on speaker view in the top right corner. It'll say gallery view, and if you click on speaker view, you'll be able to see her and the presentation.
See what we got here. Can everybody see my screen? Give me a thumbs up if you can see it. All right. Alex asked me, a subject to talk about, and I think that this subject is probably the most relevant because when, March hit, and the COVID, the pandemic, a lot of people found themselves in a situation that they never thought that they would be in. And for some of us, we would call that rock bottom. But as an entrepreneur, you're going to have several rock bottom moments. And I wanted to just be very transparent about my rock bottom moments. And then we'll talk about it. We'll do some Q&A afterwards. But my story is like a roller coaster. So y'all just strap in and here we go. So I really want at the end of this for you to just walk in your purpose. You know, there's a lot of things that can happen along the way in your journey, but as long as you're walking in your purpose, it will feel a little bit more steady. My story is about my grandfather and a piece of paper that he gave me. This is my grandfather. His name is Charlie Farrell. His call sign in Korean Vietnam, where he was an Air Force aircraft mechanic, was Mutt, for his ability to blend in anywhere. He was like, I don't know how to describe him. He really thought he was like badass. And I thought that a lot of his tales were tall tales until you would talk to other people and be like, yeah, he was that dude. He was that guy. He was a proud father of what we called the Farrell Five growing up. He had 5 children with his wife, Joyce Jean. My mother is the one on the right, looking like she's been grown since she was 6. In my life growing up with my grandfather, I actually lived with him and my grandparents on a farm in Tennessee. It was about 10 of us in this little house. And growing up with him, like, it felt like Shark Tank. You guys have the veteran Shark Tank, but my life was like that. Growing up, everything was a negotiation. You didn't just get something, you had to work for it. So when I would ask him for an allowance, he would say, well, let's talk about it. I'll give you $4 for an A and $3 for a B. And God help you if you ask him what you got for a C, because all he would give you back would be the look. You know what the look is? Like, are you kidding? But he was my father figure, and I greatly respected this man. Things that didn't really resonate at the time, but as I got older, these became the life lessons that have kept me steady along the way. I found out that my grandfather had cancer, and by the time I made it to college, I went to Clemson University in South Carolina. The cancer had spread all over his body. So this moment that you're seeing right here, I didn't think would happen because I didn't think that he would survive to see it. It's called the Silver Dollar Salute. And I was the first officer. I'm a 4th generation veteran, the first officer in my family. He was the first person to salute me. That's what the Silver Dollar Salute is. If anybody's been through that. The Silver Dollar Salute is probably, this is my most cherished memory. Where he was saluting me, I couldn't hardly, I don't know, it was hard for me to be in the moment. I almost felt like a spectator of this moment, because everything that he had taught me up until that point, he had basically wrapped up in this salute. The respect for the service, the overcoming pain, all the things that he'd been through up until this point in his life, where he said, I'm going to live to be in this moment and show her what this is all about, just with one salute. So I carry this moment with me as the first tool in my toolbox of surviving and being resilient, is just looking at this picture. To me, he's that example. Great purpose sometimes is given to the seemingly most unqualified person. So I thought that losing my grandfather, he passed away 6 months after that picture. In the countryside and talking about Korean Vietnam. You know, I was a kid with very colorful language, just because I was repeating a lot of the things that he would say. But I thought that those times that I had with him were the gift, but I was really surprised that whenever I talked to my mom in 2013, I'd already joined the military. I was at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Dayton, Ohio. And I had asked her, I said, I was eating some food, and I said, this is like the most bland meal I've ever had. Now, one thing my grandfather was passionate about was service, but he was also passionate about sauce. And he had toiled over this recipe for this sauce that had no name over 100 times. We got to the recipe in 1956. So my parents had it, and I had it growing up, my cousins. And I told her, I said, it's a shame that he left this world, his recipe. So whenever I saw her again, she said she had something to give me, and he told her before he passed away, hand her this envelope. And in it was the only copy of the recipe. And so there I was sitting there. I'm not a chef. So when people ask me about my rap sheet of qualifications to run a food company, I'd never owned a food company. I'd never owned a business. I was not a chef. You know, I come from a long line of really great cooks, and I am not one of them. So there are my qualities. But what I would leave with you on your entrepreneur journey is you do not have to feel qualified to be qualified. And just think about that for a minute. Hold on to that for your toolbox. You don't have to feel qualified to be qualified. But one of the other things that he told me when I was younger was that humility will take you farther than money. I understand half of the things that he told me, but I remembered them for some reason. They just stuck with me. And this was one phrase that stuck with me. And I've made it kind of like the mantra for how I do business. I might not be a millionaire on this journey. I don't. Rooms that you can be in, there are stages that I've stood on. Is everybody with me? Okay. There are stages that I've stood on. There are people that I have talked to. And all of them are multimillionaires. And here I am. I was like, I am a strong thousandaire. And I am happy because I am here. I'm still here on the stage. And all it was just being grateful for the opportunity and staying humble. And as the military would say, if you keep your mouth shut and your ears open, you might learn something. So I would just sit there. I would attach myself to whoever I thought was the smartest person, you know, whoever had something to say or experience from a standpoint of, you know, I might not have done it right, but this is what I did, and you can learn from what I did. So I just stick to those people, just like you would find that crusty old chief in the office in the military, and learn what they have to say. I sought out mentorship. Actually went to Google, and I Googled free help because I didn't know where to start. And I found score.org, and SCORE had a chapter in Dayton, Ohio, where you could sit down with someone and they would And John Suter had exited 2 manufacturing businesses. He was about my grandfather's age. And he said that he moved at the speed of determination. And I asked him, how fast was that? He said, however determined you are to do this is how fast it's going to happen. But you need to think bigger than your original goal. I just wanted to make a couple bottles for friends and family because I knew that this sauce always brought us together. We were grieving, and I just wanted to figure out how to pay somebody else or maybe have somebody else can a few bottles for me because I was still serving in the military and I didn't have the bandwidth. But he said, you need to turn this into a business, Mud Sauce LLC, and you need to think bigger because if you want to take care of your family, maybe some way of financially taking care of them or passing down something on to the other generations. So I said, okay, we're going to move at the speed of determination. He handed me a checklist, and 4 months later, we had our first production. So this is a picture from our first production. That's my uncle. That's the baby in that Feral 5, Dwayne. And we had the first production was hand poured by the Amish, 700 bottles by the Amish in Chillicothe, Ohio. So those are our humble beginnings. That was a 12-hour day of watching them and pour and hand cap every single bottle. I left you guys a little coupon there if you want to join the Mutt Sauce family. Philly Vets is your coupon code. But that was the very first production, and humility and just being grateful for the ride makes it that much more fun when you don't have exorbitant expectations of where things should go. I just, this. Well, 2017, we won Bob Evans Farms Veteran-Owned Business of the Year, the Heroes of CEOs program that Bob Evans put together. For the first time, they wanted to find 3 veteran-owned businesses that they could invest in, not only financially, but mentoring with their backing. That was a huge boost for us. But what they didn't know was how serendipitous or how interesting the moment was for me, because in 2014, I went to Shark Tank, the actual Shark Tank in Hollywood, California, and I got epically rejected. Yeah, I got rejected. So when I got there and I didn't get a deal, most people would say, okay, this is my expectation, and it didn't happen. And I spent so much energy. I went in May, I auditioned in May, I spent all the way up until September auditioning over and over and over, round by round, to get to this moment, only to get all the way there, up in front of these sharks, and they just that's a great job, you're doing really great, and no, just like that, and we're done. So I just knew at that point of rejection that, you know, maybe it's not about Shark Tank. It's not about just getting to this place or getting this funding. Maybe it's a little bit bigger than that. And they did kind of reinforce that, you know, it's bigger than just being here in this moment. You need to go back. You need to keep going because there's something here. We think we just met you too soon, because I was only in business for 6 months. I mean, I was a baby company, especially for consumer packaged goods, CPG. Yeah, I mean, you can't say you're the sauce for every meal all year long if you've only been in business for 6 months. So lesson learned there. And the other thing was, I had a shark in mind that I wanted to pitch to, that I just knew would understand my journey, having come from humble beginnings in Tennessee. My mom moved out of the countryside and into the project. So I was with a single mom who hustled her way all the way through life. And I watched her work hard. And I knew that Damon John would understand that, because that was his life story. He was the only shark that wasn't there. Imagine that. I get there and he was the only one that wasn't there. So as I'm talking to the folks at Bob Evans, they said, someone's going to call you. If you make it, you'll get a phone call. So I got a phone call. It was in the Federal building. And I got a phone call from Damon John. He called my phone. And when he said, it's Damon John, I said, I'm being punked right now. He's like, I'm the mentor that they've assigned. So you get a mentor, you get me to talk to you about your business. There's no equity I'm taking of your company. There's none of that in the Bob Evans deal. Just me and you talking about what we need to do to get you to the next level. So had I given up, had I just taken the Shark Tank experience and said, hey, I didn't make it, I'm at rock bottom, forget it, I quit, never would have met it. So everybody has a chapter of their life they don't read out loud. There were some really great moments. There's some high highs. I could go on all day about what happened after the Bob Evans experience. Our business really took off. But behind the scenes of a business, everybody knows that your life is continuing on. Things are happening in your life. Some of these things you have no control of, but when they happen, you have to meet that moment and you have to overcome that moment. This is one of my rock bottom moments. So we've gone up, and now I'm about to tell you the real story. This is what the real part of entrepreneurship and the test happened. So the week after I won Bob Evans, I found myself packing up everything that I own and moving out of my marital home. Just randomly, I left my marriage of 10 years. I didn't really have anything. I only had the clothes on my back. It wasn't a decision that I wanted to make, ever thought of. It was something where I got met in a split second of what are your values? What do you believe in? How much do your core values mean to you? And integrity first means everything to me as an officer, as a person, as a human being. And I will not stray from that. And when you're in one unit, if as a unit, it doesn't represent that, I can't be a part of that. So I left. And so what you see on the right was the reality. What you see on the left was about the same time that this is going on, that I was sleeping on a Coleman cot in an empty apartment with nothing but my clothes. I got nominated for the first cover of the newly redesigned Military Spouse magazine that is all over the country. And when I talked to the editor, Janine Boldrin, I was crying and begging her to take my face off of this cover. I said, please do not publish this. My life is in shambles. I don't know what I'm going to do. And there's what the sender sends out and there's what the receiver receives. And this is with any communication, because what she told me was that this is bigger than you. Absorb that for what it was, because sometimes we get wrapped up, entrepreneurs get wrapped up in their emotions and that pesky little thing called ego, and you're not going to make it. You're going to crash and burn if you let ego into the room in these moments. Because magazine out, but what she was trying to say, you guys with me? Something keeps popping up. What she was trying to say to me was, when you believe in something bigger than yourself, rock bottom has a trampoline. That is what this moment was. There are so many male spouses who are sick of their identity being, I am so-and-so's wife who puts dinner on the table by 7, who stays at home and takes care of the kids. That is my role in the house, domestic life. They are running companies. They are like super operations officers, okay? And they're not, as we see now, they're not just women. And male spouses are men. Women serve too. So we need to get with the program. And that's what she was trying to get across. And she wanted me to take the responsibility to, hey, we want you to be this example. We want you to usher in this new vision with us. And so I pulled myself out of that moment and I said, you are really right, you know, and this is bigger than me. And I'm going to leave my ego and my pain and my grief, and I'm going to channel that into how can I continue to serve, because I'm still here and I'm still breathing. So that means I still have something to do. Not even 4 months later, I nearly died in a car accident. Hey, wow, okay, right? Don't expect that to happen. The day this happened, I was leaving, seeing a friend, telling them that we just got into Kroger and I was going to celebrate, to tell, you know, with my family. I said, I can't celebrate with you. I want to celebrate with my family. I called my mom and said, I'll be right there. Famous last words. The lady ran a red light and hit me. I was unconscious. They had to pull me out of the car. So every day is a reminder of your purpose, because that is where I'm at. I'm like, if I'm still breathing, there's purpose in to keep going. So I had a little bit of vitamin M. You military folks, you know what that is. Motrin. Keep moving. So a lot of stuff I feel very blessed. And I know in probably all of that, you're thinking about your rock bottom moments. Maybe it's a time, you know, a partner gypped you and you lost everything. You had to start over. You were sick. Someone in your family was sick. We tips on how to kind of springboard on your own trampoline. The first one is surround yourself with like-hearted people. Now, I spent so many years hearing this cliche phrase, oh, you need to be with like-minded people. No, that doesn't work for me, because Groupthink doesn't get you anywhere. You know, people who think like you, people who just pat you on the back all the time and coddle you, you're the smartest, you're the greatest, you can do no wrong. It's not going to get you anywhere. And a lot of times when you're trying to push your vision or your company forward, you need to hold on to the values. Your company has a set of values and a mission that needs to stay consistent. And the way to keep that consistent is the people around you need to have the same values. So I was like, I'm gonna stop looking here. I'm gonna just start looking here. And then my circle started changing. So surround yourself with like-hearted people. Remind yourself of why you're doing this. And that's old Simon Sinek, you know, find your why. Well, it's true. Right when I gave a speech last year, I was invited to Military Influencer Conference where I met Alex and the veteran Shark Tank. My why. And this picture was an ultrasound picture because I had just announced that I was pregnant. So on my journey of really digging deep to say, you know, why am I in this? My why is legacy. I can work really hard, but I'm an only child by myself, taking care of my aging parents. If something happens to me or anything happens to my parents, well, that's the end of my family line. So I just sought out resources. I said, you know, this is really important to me. And it turns out that the timing of where my heart was at, just like when I was eating my meal, trying to figure out what happened to the recipe, the military said our rate of infertility for our women military folks is off the charts because they're having to put everything aside. So if they want to be number one, if they want to be in this command slot, if they want to, you know, get accepted to these programs, they have to put life on hold. You know, they can't be pregnant and out on the front lines. They can't be pregnant in that school. They just allowed us to be at these schools being pregnant. So you would have to put your whole life on hold. And for me, that equals, I'm now almost 40, sitting there with nothing to show for it. But, you know, I got the achievement medal, the commendation medals, and no kids and no husband. So it will help you with that. And the next thing I know, there's my why. He got here in March. And David Dwayne is just, he's my everything. I don't know how else to say it. He is my everything. He is now my refocused reason for why I push myself 1,000 miles an hour, because I want to leave something for him. And I want to pass along the things that I've learned to him. And, you know, even more interesting, he was born at that's been a fun ride as well. So the journey never ends. The next thing you need to do is to dig deep and power shift. And by power shift, I mean this, you know, people talk about pivoting, but power shift is a term that I actually got from Damon John. He has a book that just came out called Power Shift, came out in March. I was really shocked that I learned I'm in it. He put me in the book. I start on page 55, and to be a strong thousandaire that has only met him a few times in person, talked to him a few times more than that on the phone, that I could have made an impact enough that a book he worked on very humbling. But power shift is about changing your situation, you know, taking what you're at and putting it in hyperdrive, you know, figuring out what you have right now. So I had a business that was 90% retail and 10% e-commerce. So whenever I looked at my business in March, I was in the hospital with my son, looking at my phone, wondering why everything was getting canceled. All the events, it was like, hey, this festival's canceled, you get no refund. This festival's canceled. Everything from May to September, which was my main source of income, was all of those events were all canceled, all of my income. And I have a baby, and there's a zombie apocalypse outside. So what do? I went on YouTube, and I knew I had my website. I had it on Shopify, which is a great platform. I went on YouTube and I said, how do I make money on e-commerce? How do I completely pivot my business to be 90% e-commerce and then just keep the rest of the stuff on life support, 10% retail, until we can come back to it? So this snapshot was in June, when I finally got myself together, learned everything, and turned the website back on. We did $1,000 in a day, and I was sitting there like, this is unreal. You know, this is more than I traditionally had made in like a couple months of being out in the heat and the sun and hiring people and staying out all day. I just wake up to this, and this was, you know, the early part of the day. So I was, you know, you see right there, that was 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So you can do it. You just have to learn about what people need from you. What are you selling to them? You're not just selling a product. You're selling a story. You're selling togetherness. You're selling service. You meet people where they are. Meet them where they're at. They're at home. Their shopping habits have changed. What they need has changed. And how are you pivoting and digging deep and power shifting to be successful in the moment? So you got to dig deep. That's what it's all about. A lot of you have gotten here because you have that hustle and grind mentality, and I would really highly encourage you to continue doing that. So those are the things I would leave you with. Find your why, you know, dig deep, power shift, and do not give up. That is my baby, David Dwayne. Grateful. And if you need me, that's how you can contact me. Don't forget, you get a discount code, Philly Vets. Any questions? Thank you, guys.
Well, Charlynda, thank you. Thanks for sharing that really detailed information that's pretty personal, but I think it helps people know that there's lots of times when we have struggles that you found a way to come through. I think it gives us some motivation when we're feeling a little bit down, that there's always other hurdles to get over, but you know, there's some good things on the other side. And I will plug your sauce. I think it's great. I think everybody should go on and give it a try, and we can talk about it at our next meeting. I don't know if any questions have come in, Ashley.
Yep, we got a question from Maddie. She asks, what's next for Mutts Sauce?
So I would like to thank, J-Dog, the team from J-Dog, they're so amazing. I actually got a referral from them recently. I've been working with someone privately. I can't really talk about the details. We're on NDA right now, but it's probably the biggest opportunity we've had so far for Mutts Sauce besides Bob Evans. So that came from them, working on that behind the scenes. And I being forward thinking about the grocery stores. I mean, eventually we're going to come out of this thing. So I ordered some really nice display shelves, because I want you to, when you go back into the store, I want you to see the big Mutts Sauce sign, American made, veteran owned. So I've been investing my money now that we're saving. There's savings that you have because you're not out and about. So I used to spend at least $1,000 just traveling every month to the business. Like, how can I just prepare for post-COVID?
No other questions?
All right, well, thanks, Charlynda. Hopefully you get some orders from Philly Vets, and I look forward to circling back with you and seeing if you got any of that. So I wanted to give Christina just a couple of minutes I know lots of people have heard from you, Christina, over the last couple of months, but we have some new folks on here. So please take a couple of minutes as our sponsor to tell us a little bit about Villanova and its programs with vets.
Sure. Thank you so much. Again, it's a great pleasure to be a partner and participate with VBRN. Again, I'm with Villanova's College of Professional Studies. We are the adult education and learning arm of the university. We offer multiple bachelor degrees, certificate programs, an extensive list of professional education courses, and also do group training and corporate training. So I'd love to talk to any of you if you have any educational needs, anything to help obviously drive your personal and professional growth. There are ways that we can work together, either individually or in a group setting. But we appreciate the opportunity. There's a lot of great courses. I can send the link and share our website with you. I have an opportunity and just check it out. So again, it's a privilege and an honor to kind of partner with you. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me at any time. Thank you so much.
Well, we certainly appreciate your partnership, Christina. Thank you very much for helping to sponsor this.
It's my pleasure.
Kind of last, I guess we have some announcements. I know we had originally planned to try to get back in person in September, Alex. I don't know if there's any update on that or if it's kind of still on hold to see where we are in a couple of weeks. I know at the very least we'll be scheduling these virtual meetings, but if you have any updates, either Ashley or Alex, about trying to get back and see people in person and actually, do some eye-to-eye networking, please let us know.
Yeah, John, so for everybody, we're going to try to do a beta in October. Stand by for that. The limited availability. We're going to WorkMerc on Friday. Erica, Ashley, and I are going to go to WorkMerc to see the layout. So stand by for details. We're going to try to do for the limitations 25 and streaming. Just the flexibilities. I appreciate everybody's flexibility of the environment that we're in. And driving relationships is more important today more than ever. It's very hard to do it virtually, but you got to remember there is no excuses. As Charlynda said about her business of hitting rock bottom and going up, you got to drive your relationships today more than ever. Just because you're connecting with people here, I urge you, and we continue urging everybody to follow up with people, build relationships one-on-one. They don't come organically. You have to drive those relationships and seek them out. So use the forum today, even though you may not need them today, you may not need her services, whatever it is, forum, find out what they do. And the military mantra is service before self. See if you can dedicate yourself to serving others on here rather than your needs is the key of why we created the Veteran Business Referral Network. So what can you do to others? Because if you always think about yourself, nothing's going to happen.
All right, thanks, Alex. We'll wait to get some updates. Hopefully, you'll be able to put some folks in a room in October. So I assume that there's still a meeting in September that's virtual.
Yes,
Ashley?
So that September is going to be virtual as well, and then so we're going to just cross our T's and dot our I's for what that looks like. But it'll come in the form of Ashley or Erica for the newsletter or information out there for people, and then we'll see where it goes. But John, if you don't mind, I want to say a big thank you to Charlynda as well while here is thanks for taking your time. An incredible story which resonates with all of us, because at the end of the day, not like-minded but like-hearted people is the way that I feel like we connected is. It's about how do we help others? How do we help others while helping ourselves? And like-hearted is inspiring and motivating and getting people there. So remember, everybody is thinking about the excuses of COVID right now. There are none. There are zero excuses while your business is struggling. So remember that resilience is key, and seek guidance, seek help as she did, seek advice. If you're sitting in a world of alone right now and your business is not doing well, there's only one person to blame. So remember from this today is seek the advice of others or your business will fail.
I believe in you guys. I'll put my email. If you guys need me, I'll put my direct email for you.
Terrific. Thanks again, Charlynda. I think that's all we have today. Ashley, we miss anything?
Nope.
And I assume that everybody will get an email to sign up for September.
Yes, it will come by carrier pigeon, most likely, and interpretive dance. So you'll all get an email with that information there. Yeah, everyone will get an email with the recording of today's presentation. You also get an email with everybody that participated today and their contact information, and a link to the next VBRN meeting just to register for September. We're in the process of figuring out the speaker. So just register and then you'll get updated on the speaker over the next few weeks. Thank you all very much for joining today.
And remember,
all right, I look
let's knock it out of the park with some Philly Vets orders for mud sauce. Let's see those orders come in today, helping. That's the least we could do, one click away.
Yep.
Good meeting, everybody.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Take care, everyone.